to kind of let you know. They're actually parts of the Mass that we break down things into. And there's things which distinguish and are different from season to season, from Mass to Mass. Things change. A lot of times we get to Mass and we think, it's the same prayers over and over. Father Jeff is up there, same boring stuff, and that's all that happens. But things through the Mass itself are different every week, and they change and they're varied. Okay. Kind of first, what's one of the first things you notice during Mass? The altar. Okay. So one of the first things we notice is the altar. The altar is usually at the center. A lot of times when we come into a church, we will reverence the altar. Why would we reverence the altar? Because it's important, okay? True, but why? Anybody know? Okay, what happens on the altar? Oops, yes, sir. That's where God is, okay? You can kind of say that, yeah. But what is it that happens up there on the altar? Yes, ma'am. It does. It represents the table that we gather around in church, and there's something that happens on that table. What is it that happens on there? Blessing the body and blood. Okay, the bread and the wine become the body and blood of Christ. So this is where the Eucharistic sacrifice takes place. So in many ways, that is one part of the Mass itself. That's known as the liturgy of the Eucharist. Now, there's something that happens before that we notice. That is part of something that is the other part of Mass. What happens right there towards the beginning? Anybody know? Yes, ma'am.
All of the readings and stuff.
Exactly, all the readings and stuff. Okay. Now, the readings and stuff, there's some important things that go on in there. Okay, we'll start with the stuff and then we'll hit the readings. One of the first things that happens, it's okay, you can call it stuff. One of the first things that happens is you see there's a big procession in. And there's a procession in, and you may or may not notice that the priest's vestments change every week. Change with every celebration. Now, do y'all remember either from Mass today or Mass last week as to which color the priest was wearing? White. Oh, y'all do notice. Y'all are good. Exactly. We wear white. Now, white is used for celebrations or feasts in particular. So, white would be used for things like Easter, which we're still in right now. It would be used for weddings, funerals, baptisms. It would also be used for some various kind of feast days and holy days throughout the year. But white is considered to be a color of a high feast, of a celebration, something like that. Now, in another part of the year, when you see the priest walking up, you'll see him wearing this. Any idea what parts of the year he wears purple? Lent and Advent, exactly. Those are the 2 times a year in which the priest will wear purple.